life will probably destroy your love for make-believe. Hours of boring analytics, work, and criticism will see to that. Life will also expose you to all manner of pretend, much of it transcendent works of magic that you must devour. Welcome. This is a D&D real play podcast that tells the story about the regionally renowned group, the Dead Dragon Society. For those of you who have never played D&D before, all you need to know is that it's an improvised adventure where the players can do whatever they want. Dictated by the roll of dice. Usually we use a d20, a 1 being a critical failure and a 20 being a critical success. Now, as a dead poet once said, listen close. You can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Go on, lean in, listen.
I just wanna dance for the hell of it, wanna take a chance for the thrill of it, wanna raise my hands 'cause I'm feeling it. Are you feeling this?
Hello, my name is Paige and I play Anne O'Neing, the adventuring bard out to become the most regionally renowned street musician.
I'm Frank Ciappone, the Elder, and I play Theo Blackthorn, who is a wizened old warlock, not so wizened, but definitely old, who grew up poor but is now wealthy.
I'm Matt Callahan. I'm playing Horatio Rumbuckle, the carnival Barker-esque bard and now street performer after his traveling circus was unfortunately disbanded. He is a multi-instrumentalist. I like performing with my familiar Peanut. He is a red squirrel who is trained in performative arts.
Now, before I introduce myself, I do have a question. Is that a natural red squirrel or do you dye him?
He is a natural red squirrel, and there are no animals harmed in the making of this podcast.
Only the bard knows.
Only the bard knows.
That's what he says. Hello, my name is Jorge Bardeles Joyner. Everyone just calls me George. I am playing Maximilian Dupont, a merchant kid, just trying to get some success and get some revenge.
My name is Pat Salambier. I am playing Trogrim. He is a half-orc barbarian who has left his home for the first time on a quest to save his village.
And I'm Frankie Ciappone, and I'm the DM.
Woo!
Welcome to the Dead Dragon Society. All right, so the first question I'm going to be asking you guys at our little campfire, what do you consider your most useless talent to be? And what makes you think it's useless?
I don't really have any useless talents. I like to think of myself as very practical and efficient. But I will say that being a one-woman band, my ability to perform with others seems like sometimes it might be an extraneous talent.
All right, Theo.
Pass. Yes, my most useless talent is I can perfectly fold fitted sheets.
Oh, you don't need that anymore.
Nobody needs to fold fitted sheets, but I can do it perfectly.
My useless talent is I can carve anything into wood. I think it's useless because it's what my dad used to do. And he died penniless. So.
And useless.
Hey, that's my dad. Relax.
I can fold all of the fingers on over behind the first knuckle of the next finger, and it makes a really weird deformed hand shape.
What makes it useless?
Well, generally people don't further engage with you when you make weird hand shapes.
Trogrim can eat 400 chickens.
Damn.
In a day.
I will take you up on seeing that.
Wait a minute. Useless Trogrim, useless talent.
No, we can make money off of that.
That's what I'm saying.
20 chickens is useful. 400 chickens is wasteful. It is officially useless.
Where does it all go?
That's the weave.
A little bit here, a little bit there.
Yeah.
Right, excellent points made all around.
My useless talent as the DM, as Frankie, is every time I try to do a backflip, I just kind of fall. And I don't think I've ever successfully landed a backflip.
Does that count as a talent?
That's just kind of useless.
100 out of 100.
Being bad at
I'm successful at being bad at backflips.
My most useful talent is being untalented.
Jesus, Frankie, fight back. They're roasting you.
I'm agreeing with it.
We're just wording it a little bit better.
That's
Okay.
all how you spin it.
All right, let's get started. Here's episode 1. Let's make a deal.
Trogum, you come walking out of a dense forest. The tree line is as visible as Matt's hairline.
It's a good hairline.
Good
Visible
hairline.
for
High
for
quality
the audience.
hairline for those that can't see
Yeah.
in this audio podcast.
As dense as a forest.
I'm very jealous.
We haven't quite reached the success yet where we're filming the podcast simultaneously for the YouTube channel.
You're walking out of the forest, and you just see rolling hills. It's just a beautiful sight. Like, a best way I can describe it is Windows Vista screensaver.
Trogum takes a deep breath in.
And as you get to the top of that hill, you see a small town, and it is on the edge of a lake.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can make out like some prominent buildings in the town or that sort of thing? Like
Yeah.
get a little bit more of a better view, I suppose.
Yeah, go take a look.
First dice roll. Here we go.
Ooh.
6.
That's a bummer.
Starting off strong.
We can only go. We can still go down. Never mind.
So basically, you're blind.
It's a foggy morning.
Yeah.
Is that a town? Yeah. Okay. That's a town.
It is an incredibly sunny day.
Not a cloud in
Nothing
the
stops
sky.
your view, and you see a town. But there are 4 buildings that stick out.
Maybe they can help. And Trogum makes his way towards the town.
As you walk to the town, you see a yellow building with a blue door. Stairway leading up to what looks like a shop with a green canvas over the front. A 3-story building with glass doors. And lastly, you see a giant complex.
Trogum walks through the town and just like drinks it all in at the marvel of like buildings and stone and glassware and like that kind of thing. And he walks through the town and he enters like the giant complex.
As you walk into the giant complex, you have 2 options. You see a hallway, one leading to your left and one going straight ahead. To the left, you have this aroma that comes out of it that smells quite delicious. And straight ahead, you just see a hallway and then some stairs going down.
Trogum is drawn by the scent, thinking, there might be 1 or 2 chickens that way, and goes towards the scent.
You walk into that room and you see 2 people talking. A rather tall, skinny woman and a man. And you overhear the woman and she says, "Sir, there has been rumors of gnoll attacks of towns around. What should we do? How should we handle this situation?"
Madam, please just relax. We just simply need to hire more security. That's all we need to do.
You hired me to set up our event.
That's precisely what I expect you to do. If you feel there are threats of an attack from outside the town, then I suggest you simply hire more thugs. Build yourself a brute squad. Do whatever needs to. Money is no expense. This marquee event is going to put this place on the map, and nothing, Madam does well, can go wrong. Have I made myself clear?
You're right. I will make sure that everything goes fantastic and everything will go smoothly. I will hire more thugs. That is exactly what I shall do.
Trogum walks up to this conversation and says, "Where is that smell coming from? And can I have some?"
And what do I see when I gaze upon?
you see a 6'5", half orc, dressed in a sort of like a purple vest almost, with bare arms, and he has a like a small satchel, sort of like around his waist of like adventuring gear, with a large maul on his back.
Well. What? You are the Brute Squad. Look, look at you. Yeah, fine specimen you are. How are you, sir? Why, yes, I think we could find you, chicken. Where do you come from, young sir?
I come from the woods.
Interesting.
Well,
perhaps we'll get to know you better later.
New in town.
You're hungry, and you're new in town.
Absolutely starving. Please.
Welcome to New Phelan, my boy. It's good to have you.
No, hail and well met. What about those chickens, though?
I see you have a one-track mind. Well, chicken, Miss.
Hello. My name is Madame Deswell. You're looking for chickens.
Madam does well. I am looking for chickens.
Fantastic.
Preferably cooked, but I'll make do.
You know what? I think we can make an arrangement for this. You're a quite thuggish young man, as
Mr. Blackthorn, at your service. I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. I am Theo Blackthorn, and I am the prime merchant within this new Phandalin, New Phandalin.
Theo Blackthorn, Madam does well. It is a pleasure to meet you both. Good God about those chickens, though. What do I need to do? I have been walking for days. I ran out of rations many days ago.
Why, we are happy to help you and accommodate you in return for some service provided by you.
I see.
Now, it just so happens we have a big event planned, and we need some muscle here. Just to get. I clearly do not expect anything to happen during this event, except for a darn good time. And we could certainly use someone of your stature to help keep the peace, shall we say.
This sounds like an easy way to get chickens. I'm in.
Great. First, I need you to go find that damn bard. He's looking for something in the general store. A building with a green canvas over the top.
And says, okay, Bard, again, what does he look like? Can I get like a small, just something to go off of?
I think he's rather short, is what I've heard.
Everyone's short. I'm 6'5".
You'll see him when he has, because of his friend. He has a little squirrel on his shoulder.
Okay, short man squirrel. Okay, got it.
As you walk into there, in the general store, you see a human, roughly around 5'10", with a little bit of a beard and shaggy hair, talking to a gnome.
Well, I'm in the middle of conversation with the shopkeep. I'm basically raiding like an entire section of children's toys with dolls with various different outfits, and I'm taking individual pieces off of the dolls to create a small pirate uniform that I'm like Peanut is sitting kind of on a little barrel surrounded by stuff, and he's just kind of patiently standing there while I'm trying to force his little arms through like a vest and like some little, bits and bobs and like some red pants. And I'm really struggling to look around. I find a type of flat cap hat that I take and just absolutely break in the process of bending to get it into a little trifold and stick it on his head. I'm like, it's almost perfect. Good sir, do you have any toy soldiers of any kind?
You just broke the hat!
Never mind that. I think it's just missing a sword. It needs a sword. Really, to bring the gallantry of the swashbuckling buccaneer to life here.
My hat! We only have PCP pipe! For plumbing! And my sword! My hat!
I'm sure we can make something with that. This pipe you speak.
What is your name?
My name's Horatio Rumbuckle. But never mind that. I'm still talking. Look at him. Look at my star actor here, and tell me that outfit is not missing something.
I can't deny that it's not missing something.
There you go. See? See?
But you can't go around breaking my things.
Oh. We'll figure out all the finances later. I'm sure we can work something out, and if not, well, I'm sure we can work something out.
Trogram says, hello.
I just hear like a booming voice and a presence that is standing a little too close to me.
I am working on chicken commission. I am being paid in chickens. I have been sent to find a bard, specifically with a small squirrel. You are a small man with a squirrel. Are you the person I'm looking for?
Well, hello. I'm just like craning my neck to try to make eye contact with this half-orc standing in front of me. Who might you be?
Trogram.
Trogram. Mr. Trogram?
Trogram.
Trogram. All right. Trogram. I am Horatio Rumbuckle. Did your mission giver give any indication as to that name?
They are planning an event. You are part of this event.
Ah, yes.
She must see you. I need chickens.
Yes, well, she
come with me
understands
now.
that good work takes time, so I'm sure I haven't inconvenienced anyone. Yes, please lead the way. I always enjoy having somebody to escort me. As you can tell, I'm not particularly one for keeping myself well defended in some of the streets.
Trogram turns to the shopkeep and sees a small bag of like seasoning salt and says, may I have this?
That's 2 silver.
What is silver?
What?
I do not understand. Silver. What is silver?
In the middle of that, I'm like still rummaging in the thing, and I finally pop up with like a clearly antique looking toy soldier, and I just snap the sword out of its hand. And I'm just giving it to Peanut, and I kind of like, I make a little notion to him, and he lifts his hand up, and I put it in his arm, and he just grabs it, and I'm like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Out! You're breaking all of the toys I spent hours making for the kids of the city.
Well, they're all custom.
Get out.
Now. Okay.
I will be back with chickens. You will accept chickens as payment.
Go.
Okay,
right,
so we should go. I need my chickens.
Okay, lead the way.
As you walk back to the town hall, you notice a young man walking into the yellow brick building. Yeah, but you notice this guy, he's carrying a bunch of crates with him, and you just notice like he does look a little bit sinister. Like he's got like a little chip on his shoulder.
I look to Horatio and I say, why would this person be carried? Is this person with a lot of crates worth investigating? Is this out of the ordinary to you? He seems out of the ordinary to me.
Can I perform a, I guess either insight or investigation check to see if I see
A
this
vibe
person
check?
is-
A vibe check.
A vibe check. Yeah, I need a vibe check.
It is many boxes. Why would one person have that many boxes?
I want to say I'm struggling with the door, and I can hear them muttering behind me. So as I'm grunting, I look behind. Do you lads mind helping me with this? Are you going in here?
Of course, good sir. And I just push open the door for him.
Okay. I start to walk in. Actually, take one of these. Follow me.
I'm holding a crate. I pick the lightest crate up that's like roughly the height of my body, and I just kind of just shimmy on in with it.
Where are you two going?
I need to return to town hall with the performer so I can get my chickens.
You're getting chicken.
Chickens.
I think I know exactly where you're going. Hold these. And I give the rest of the crates to him because he looks strong. Follow me.
So we walk into the yellow house with blue door.
As you walk in, a dwarf is there, and he looks at Max and he goes, I told you I won't buy any of your beer.
Come on, you know this is good stuff.
I was directly ordered by Mr. Blackstone himself not to buy your beer. Your beer is for him.
My beer is for him.
Yes, he ordered it himself.
Well, listen, I think that what he's paying is ridiculously low, and I think you can do better. And I know your people love a good ale.
Of course he's paying you ridiculously low, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna take the beer from the event.
Okay. So I need to go talk to Mr. Blackthorn, is what you're saying.
Yes.
You said Blackstone.
Oh, don't tell him I said that. Please don't.
Listen, I know you want to make a good impression on him. I don't think.
Of course I do. This is his town.
I don't think misremembering his name is going to help you with that. And I have brought these all the way here. So how about you just take a crate off my hands?
Are you a gambling man? Do you want to make a bet? I will buy a crate.
Mm-hmm.
If that guy right over there, the big one, likes it.
Oh, I like those odds.
What is beer?
Maybe I don't like those odds. Have you really never had beer?
No.
Honestly, I think you're going to like this better than chicken.
I am interested.
I'm going to take out 2. You're going to take out 2 and hand them to him. Try these, my friend.
The dwarf grabs him and he says, "Don't drink that. You know it's customary when you give a drink to open it and take a sip to prove it's not poison."
Okay. I'm not supposed to be drinking on the job, but I guess a small sip won't hurt. And I pop it open, and I take the smallest of sips.
I take that same bottle and I take a large sip, assuming it is like effectively water.
Take roll a d20 to see how good it is.
A 3.
Can you taste those hints of melon in there?
You hate it with a 3.
This smells and tastes like droppings.
The fact that you've had droppings before is worrisome. You'll grow to like the
Droppings
taste.
have been better than this.
Keep drinking, I promise you. You'll like the taste more.
I take a second sip. This is double dose of droppings.
Double doo-doo.
I turn to the dwarf and say, "You have won this bet."
All right.
Next
I will
time.
take these to Blackthorn.
Next time.
I'll hold you to that.
I interject and I say, gentlemen, I don't mean to interrupt your thrilling game of chance here, but I do believe I am needed back at the event to prepare for the dazzling show.
I require chickens.
Yes, well, we're going to meet the same person. So let's go.
As you guys walk out carrying the crates, you start walking to the town hall, and right next to it, you see the building with the double glass doors, and they get flung open, and another gnome goes flying out.
A halfling gets flung
A
out.
halfling.
Start again.
The building with the 2 glass doors next to it, and the doors fling open, and you see a halfling flung out. And the man that threw her out says, "I told you I'm not going to let you perform here. We don't have the space, the area. You cannot perform here."
You don't have the space to let a one-woman halfling band. I stand up and I brush myself off. There's somehow still dirt on my face, even though I've just brushed off my face. Sorry. Almost lost my composure. You don't have the space to let a halfling, regionally renowned one-woman band perform at your event. And that's my question, again, for you. Now, where's your supervisor?
There's no event here. And then he closes the doors.
Damn. All right, next building. And I kind of adjust my little bagpipes and my little pan flute, and I turn around, and I see first Trogrum, a giant orc. I tip my dirty hat to him, and then I catch an unfortunate sight. I see a brush of squirrel tail, and my whole body just seizes up in rage. And then I'm immediately relaxed because I see Horatio, who I am familiar with deeply. And I go, "Horatio, good to see you. Peanut."
And great to see you. I see your your clients are going well.
Oh, yeah. You know what? They are. I didn't get an address, so I'm just kind of hopping from place to place in righteous indignation until I find the space that's the event today.
Oh, no matter. Well, we're walking in the same direction if you would like to join us for some conversation and brevity.
Ah, that'd be so convenient. What are you doing here?
I'm performing tonight. Peanut and I are performing tonight at a grand event.
Outstanding. So we're going to the same place.
Sure,
This
the more
is
the
most
merrier.
excellent news.
I say, I think you've still got a little dirt there on your face. And I snap my fingers and cast Prestidigitation to just clean off your face.
There is now somehow still dirt somewhere else on my face, and I go, "Thank you, good looks, sir." Who are you?
Maximilian.
Pleasure. Orc.
Trogram.
Pleasure.
Yes.
Yes.
I have chickens that I need. You are the ticket, and he gestures to Horatio, and he says, "You are the chicken. You will give me my chickens. You are the ticket to giving chickens. We must return. Are you with us?"
I'm certainly not against you. Are you a farmer now?
I do not believe engaging in a transaction involving chickens, but he seems highly motivated, so... And he is going the same direction. I see no harm in joining.
Excellent. And I am catching a whiff of beer.
Yes, this one's a bit of a drunkard.
I am not.
It's okay. I remember my first one too. They're pretty. But I am noticing that it's here, and it's not in my hand. So.
Well, you have to pay for beer.
I'm so sorry. I don't think you know who I am.
I don't.
Anne O'Neill, pleasure to meet you. And I extend my hand upwards because I'm quite short. Regionally renowned one-woman band.
I shake your hand.
Thank you.
Still never heard of you.
Shocking. Are you? You must not be from the region. All right, onward.
Money talks.
As you guys walk into the town hall and you take the left turn and you go into the kitchen dining area, you see Madame Deswell, and she goes, "My, oh my, you brought everyone back. Max, I hope you have all 34 beers that I bought from you."
Listen, one of them got dropped on the way, and that shattered, so I have 33 for you.
Madam Deswell, I am very concerned with the amount of ale we have for this shindig of ours.
Sir, you're going to have plenty. Don't worry. We're going to give them all in small tasting cups. That way no one's drunk by the end of the party.
There's the problem, sir. The more people drink, the more they buy. And we need to have people drinking and feeling merry. That's why we have the music. That's why we have brought your ale. We must make sure that this festival goes off without a hitch, that people have a great time, that it reestablishes New Fandolin as a place where anybody can get anything they desire and they can purchase whatever they need. And your ale, not your whale, your ale is a key to that. Your music is too. Who are you?
I'm concerned with someone. I too am concerned with the amount of beer being served at this party. I am also concerned that Madam as well. I was not extended the invitation, the address on the invitation. Anne O'Neill, regionally renowned one-woman band. Pleasure to meet you. And I am assuming, since the invitation didn't include the address, that I would be opening for Mr. Horatio and Peanut, and I glare at the squirrel.
That is a detail for others, madam. Welcome. Glad to hear you. Go get your chicken, young man.
Trogram has already just shouldered past this entire interaction and gone into the kitchen and is currently making like the most disgusting like meat eating sounds you can possibly imagine. Just covered himself, like his entire face just covered in chicken grease.
We need to find a way, Madam does well, to keep that boy around.
The moment that I walk in and I see Mr. Blackthorn here, I get like completely white pale and like don't react except just kind of like stiff and uncomfortably when he points at me and says the music, but I just like don't meet his eye.
And Theo wasn't really paying attention to much going around him, and then when he does see Horatio, he does a double take and gives a sideward glance.
Was I supposed to be the main event? Is this what this is going on? Because I'm totally comfortable with it. I just haven't submitted my green room specifications yet. So
I'm sure we can work something out. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of opportunities for businesses. There's plenty of opportunities to sell more ale, and there's plenty of chickens for everyone. I think we all seem to have something in common here, that we need to make sure that this is the greatest event that the new Fandolin has seen in some time, to get this town on the map and get people coming from Baldur's Gate over here to do shopping and vacationing and listening to fine music.
Because I've definitely been there before, where I show up and so I was off in the order and it's just jarring, and you're like, oh my god, I wasn't even prepared for the spotlight, and then I try and wipe off the dirt that just ends up somewhere else in my face.
And that's scene. As the night goes on, More people start coming, more people start showing up, things start moving smoothly. And Annoine steps on stage. Make a performance check.
7. 2 plus 5.
So we're going to do this in 2 parts.
Okay.
The first part is going to be Annoine's performance in her head. And then the second part is going to be actually what happened. So let's start with the first one.
All right. I step on the stage. The lights are sort of shining. It's, it's a stage at a tavern, I'm assuming. My drum kit is set up, or a drum kit is set up. It's not mine. But there's a drum kit on stage, and I will be damned if I'm not using it. I set my pan flute up on one of the stands that harmonicas are often on. My bagpipes are under my arm at the ready. And I grab the mic and I go really close here. And I go, Newfoundland, are you ready to rock? And then the lights are turning different colors. I start on the kickstand. I go for my pan flute. I am ripping melodies, harmonizing somehow with my bagpipes in between my pan flute. I'm just going back and forth between them. And I am thriving. I hear people cheering. I hear the crowd. There's laughter. There's clapping. There's silence for the moody parts. And then I've got lost in the music, and there are gentle hands on stage kind of giving me a 5-minute warning, and I am floating because I have achieved a level of stardom not unlike Guitar Hero 3 with the star power and the blue notes. And then as I feel like I've finished my set and I'm floating on stage, I go, "You have been great, good night."
And that would actually happened.
And O'Neill gets her set up exactly as described. There is a drum kit on stage. She does seat herself. She gets set up. She grabs the mic too close to her face. Goes, "Newfoundland, are you ready to rock?" Everyone is kind of excited. They're curious. No one's ever heard of her before. It looks interesting. Like, how are you going to pull off bagpipes, a pan flute, and a drum kit with just yourself? And she starts playing, and immediately, it's bad. It's like... There is chaos. She's harmonizing, sure, but in 2 different keys on 2 different instruments that she does need to go back and forth between. The drum kit is just chaos. People were laughing in the background at their own conversations and at her. There is not applause. There are some tears and some dead silence in one of her moody skits because there's no drum. It's just bagpipes, pan flute, bagpipes, pan flute. And then as soon as people realize what's going on from the management side, and they realize that these people are laughing at the performance, and then realizing the audience is actually kind of afraid, someone comes and lifts her up and escorts her off the stage. And as they're pulling her away, she grabs the mic and goes, "You've been delightful, Newfoundland. Good night."
And now the main event shows up. Go ahead and roll performance check with advantage.
Okay, that is 17. All right, so I come walking off stage and I say, bravo to Anna Knowing. Thank you so much for your lovely performance, and it'll be a tough act to follow.
I give him a wink from off stage.
I fill the stage above me and kind of spreading out over the crowd a little bit, kind of like dark clouds with like rumbling thunder. And I get much more somber and I say, "Now, Newfoundland, I want to set the stage, bring you to a story of epic proportions, of survival, of bravery, and even of love. This is one that engages with beings and beasts of myth, and it will surely blow you all away. So without any further introduction, please, the story of the defense of Faroe Island." Down from the top of the stage, we have like wooden waves that are on like cables that move up and down in layers to create like the feeling of like moving waves. And suddenly a small pirate ship comes brought on stage, and standing proudly at the helm of this pirate ship, clad in a full miniature pirate uniform, is none other than Peanut.
And shakes her head in disdain from the side of the stage where she's still actively being detained by one of the security members.
Here we say our brave, swashbuckling hero, Steve Winterspike, piloting the Serene, trapped in a storm off the coast, and with little way of navigating. A big crack of thunder, and the pirate ship gets, kind of thrown away, and he's headed towards the forbidden Faroe Island, long said to be the site of myth and legend and death. Oh no, our hero has been marooned on the island. Whatever shall he do? The show continues to go on as you see small illusions of skeleton creatures with swords coming up to him. Meanwhile, I'm blasting huge amounts of sound, and to the final crescendo, after he's defeated all of the skeletons, he is finally able to fashion a raft from their bones and sail off into the distance to go meet his lovely betrothed, finalizing with a kiss on the beachfront.
And the crowd goes crazy. Oh my God. And they just start chanting, Peanut! Peanut! Peanut!
Peanut, having been trained through applause, takes a very gracious bow.
I muttered, stupid, under my breath, Steve Winterstick.
Trogrim is actually holding Anne back, being like, I do not wish to restrain you, but there are chickens on the line.
You do good work, Trogrim.
And so, yeah, the scene ends. It's just me standing there, and I just give a bow.
I clap for that. I'm like stomping my feet.
The night goes on a little bit longer, and Madame Deswell sees you all just chatting, having a good time, and she comes up and she goes, I'm so glad everything is going so well. Please enjoy the rest of your night. We have a couple of options for you. You can either go play the game right over there. It is called Would I Lie to You? Or a crowd favorite, the drinking game. Whatever you guys like.
The drinking game. I'll be there.
I do believe with such a lively evening that it is in, means of celebration right now. I agree. Drinking game sounds lovely.
I don't really think Peanut is actually tall enough to be at the drinking game, but if he wants to be close to the drinking game, he's welcome to, but I don't think he can play.
Enough.
Peanut's alcohol tolerance is not quite matched those of his peers, but he will enjoy
You need to be this tall to ride this ride.
watching from the distance.
All right, so let's do the drinking game. Everybody make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, a critical failure.
Hey, the man has never drinking beer before.
Never had beer before.
What did everybody roll?
I got a 4.
11.
15.
13.
Trogrim immediately vomits, and he is out of the game.
One sip, done.
This is poison, and he just sort of slumps against the bar.
Oh, my good man. Have you had too much to drink so soon? Were you drinking during the show?
And he just kind of pushes him away.
And you guys hear a scream in the distance.
Great word.
A scream of great joy?
No, a scream of terror, like bloody murder.
Where's that coming from?
And then you hear another partygoer scream, "The Gnolls! They're attacking!"
I'm drunk and I have a dagger, but I forget, so I take one of the beer bottles and smash it. So I have a jagged fucking beer bottle to start stabbing things with.
I collect up, I collect up my things off the table. I say, friends, well, this has been a lovely evening. It seems that it is time for my exit off stage.
No, Magic Man, you stay.
Well, I am certainly no one to engage with danger. I think I will leave that to the strong ones among us.
I nod knowingly with my hand on my boomerang that I just pulled out of my sock.
You fight with a boomerang, great.
I turn to Horatio and I say, no, you will help.
If you can make storm clouds appear, then you can trick a gnoll.
Perhaps we can come to a deal. I'm sure you have a few tricks up your
The moment
sleeve.
he says deal, I like shudder.
He throws up.
Help in any way you can, and we will help in the way we can.
Of course. Yeah, sure. Of course I'll help.
God, that's
Quick,
a
send
scary
Peanut in,
man.
let's go.
A hyena comes bursting through the door and comes chasing after you. And as he comes jumping at you, he leaps up. An adventurer that was there for the party comes up with a sword and cuts it right in half.
Nice. Well done, sir. You should join our group.
Are we a group?
Well,
Madame Does Well screams, "I have a safe house in my home. Take me there." And the adventurer sits there and says, "You 5, go with her. I will hold the front line." And he runs out to the front to take the front line.
I just like reach out longingly, like, no!
Madam does well. Lead the well. Lead the way.
You go out the back door, and you are now in an alley, and you're walking. It's about 2 arm lengths apart, so it's not
So it's roomy.
super roomy, but it's like roomy enough for all of you to walk shoulder to shoulder.
I'm like 4 feet tall. It's roomy.
It's roomy for you, yes.
and the gnome.
As you guys go walking about halfway through, 2 gnolls come walking around and walk into the alleyway. And as you look at them, you can tell that they're not quite normal gnolls.
Oh, crap.
How so?
It's an aura that you sense from them.
In like a positive way, or
They've just got good vibes, man.
These are Scooby-Doo gnolls. They're just chilled, you know?
do you think one of them might think something's pretty funny if I tell him a joke?
I don't know.
That's great. I cast hideous laughter on one of them.
What do you say? What do you say to make him laugh so hard?
I see them chuckling and they're running. And I finger gun and I go, 2 gnolls walk out of bar. I mean, into a bar. And then I cast my spell on that really terrible joke.
And unironically, he just starts laughing uncontrollably and then just kind of rolls over a little bit and hits his head against a fire escape, or other known as a bar.
That's funny.
I just clap my hands and I say, outstanding work, Anne.
Thank you.
I finger gun the other one, point my thumb, and go kapow, and hit it with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll the hit.
16.
Okay, 16.
Kerchoo.
Kerchow.
Roll your damage.
Finger gun kapow. So that does 1d10, I believe.
Oh, my God. Are we all going to finger guns these guys?
That would be only a 3. Was it? Kapow! Like that. More like that.
I make one fall over and laugh, and you're like, Eldritch Blast.
And with that, everybody roll initiative.
Fuck. Natty 1.
Oh, boy.
20, dirty 20.
10.
18.
Straight up 13.
Okay. After watching the great success at my joke that turned out to be manifestation and hilarious at the same time, and then watching Eldritch freaking blast from him.
Coming out of his finger guns?
Yeah, and looks at him surprised and a little bit jarred. And I turn around, not wanting to be outshone. I go, it's I don't know, kapow. And gonna cast Vicious Mockery. So for Vicious Mockery, you unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments at a creature you can see within range. Doesn't say they have to be good insults.
Kerpow. Absolutely roasted.
Yeah. Just insult to injury.
Gets viciously mocked.
All right. Psychic. He was just like, got actually kerchowed. And then the like mock motion of it really hurt his feelings. So he takes another 3 damage.
So again, remind me on prone, our attacks get advantage, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Everyone's welcome.
Just locked down.
A chuckling Noel walks into a bar.
Trogrim looks at the challenger before and gives a deep, hearty laugh and says, "Ha, ha, I enjoy a challenge," and begins to rage. His like neck bulges, his muscles, his like I don't know, his veins pop out of his head, and with a hearty roar, he runs up to the knoll that's still standing, and attacks him with his maul.
Roll to hit.
I get advantage on that. Oh,
Thank
good thing
goodness.
too. Oh, not much better. Damn. 14.
14. That hits.
Nice. Okay. So with a just screaming and like just thrilled with the fact that he gets to do what he does best, Trogrim runs up, and while he's running, he takes out his maul that he sort of catches with his offhand, and with a single arm or with a single hand, sort of whips it in a large circle and the momentum takes the knoll right in the temple. 9 damage.
It just kind of has like a little whimper. Ow! As it gets hit.
So Theo holds up his hand, spreads his fingers, and starts doing this waving motion like you do like outside of the car, right? And then says, "Power up, tasty freeze." And he just throws out his hand, and then a ghostly spirit of his hand takes shape, skeletal and creepy, wispy, and starts reaching for the one on the ground. And as they move forward, I rolled a 14 and a 12 plus my +5, I believe, for that.
Yeah, that hits.
It goes down towards the one prone, and first of all tweaks its nose, and then slaps it across the face. And
I'm glad that our attacks so far have been using Looney Tunes physics.
and that would be 4 damage.
So we need to see if it's still going to be laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It has advantage now because it was damaged, but it's 13.
13. Kid stops laughing.
Give me my nose pack.
The hand is still on his nose, by the way. So we're all laughing.
And the knoll comes up and he just bites into your shoulder, and it does 6 damage.
Damn.
Wow.
We're going to die.
Is that piercing damage?
It is piercing damage.
Wonderful. I take 3 of resistance to piercing damage.
Oh, nicely done. Is that because it's a bite?
Mm-hmm. And teeth are kind of piercing.
And Trogrim just looks at it for a second, and having been challenged for the first time in a while, and goes,
Insightful as always.
Yeah.
I am going to yell to Mr. Blackthorn, "Mr. Blackthorn, I can do that too." And I wave my hand like a slap, like I'm swatting the air. And also from my hand, a spectral hand comes out, and I want to hit the one that just stood up.
Okay.
And slap that one and grab his nose.
Roll to hit.
I got an 8.
He sees your hand coming at you, and he just kind of goes, "Ah," and he flails his hands up and down.
Not again.
Not again. Not again. And just swats it away.
Is it still standing under the fire escape?
Yeah.
And is this like a fire escape with a dropping ladder?
Yes.
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant up at the ladder release mechanism and just pull the ladder release.
Okay. I'm going to give him a dexterity saving throw to see if he sees and gets out of the way. But he has disadvantage because there is a frozen hand on his nose. And the ladder comes falling down and hits him on the top of the head for a D4 damage.
And then big block letters say bonk.
Why did we get so Looney Tunes?
2.
He takes 2 damage and then falls prone.
You see stars start to come out. A bump starts forming.
I didn't have an anvil, so that's sorry. That was my only.
Oh no!
And now we're back at the top of the order. Anne?
Okay. And is not much of a magic user. Usually she just relies on her talent and the power of her music to move people. So she sees this whole thing going out, and she goes, yes, and starts clapping, and accidentally casts Thunderclap, a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard up to 100 feet away at where our Looney Tunes guy just got bonked, so everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 13 at least.
Oh shit, yeah, so it's everybody. Jesus fucking Christ.
Kind of like you're next to a sonic boom.
God damn it, Anoween.
How annoying.
You gotta beat 13.
All right. 14.
17 over here, baby.
15.
I just laugh.
Peanut's tail was like brushing against my ear, and
You're just
successfully
used to the
deafened it.
sound of music in concerts, you
Yeah.
know?
So no one's disadvantaged, so he rolls twice. He is okay though. He could, and then Null 2 takes a hit.
Yeah, if you saved it, you don't take any damage, but that one Noel took 3 to the brain. He was not ready, and no one was.
For the Hobbit thunderclap.
Trogrim, shoulders off the knoll and does the like intuitive math of like how to kill this thing quickly, and then takes them all and just makes the like perfect contact right in the head. And if you zoom in on the contact between the head and the maul, you'll just see Acme branded maul as it just passes through his brain.
I cannot stand you guys.
Huge block letters that say splat come up the other side of his ear.
And that's my turn.
PG-13.
And as it dies, you see kind of a green mist flow up into the sky.
Playing the harp.
It's Peanut with angel wings.
Peanut with angel wings. I'm going to use a crossbow and shoot at the knoll.
Roll the hit.
All right. That's a 19.
Yeah, roll your damage.
Oh, 10.
Welcome to the double digits club.
Okay, I fire an arrow, and it flies through the air just past Trogrim, and embeds itself right into like the clavicle, right between the clavicle of this knoll.
I look to the knoll, running up to Trogrim, and I go, do you really think you can take him, half-breed? And then I send Mind Sliver over. So you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy. Succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6. 13 save DC.
13. He fails.
3. And I want him to hold his head up when he hears half-breed and just kind of go, ah!
Meanwhile, if you look at George's character, he's just squinting, a bead of sweat on his forehead, 2 fingers to each of his temples, staring intently at the knoll.
Doing the Charles Xavier.
Yeah. His face is kind of purple because he's thinking so hard. I don't understand why he's screaming. I think it's because, like, you said a name that doesn't make much sense to me because I'm a halfling. Like, you called him half-breed, and I was like, okay. And then he's like crying. I was like, what's the matter? Can't take a joke? And then I cast Vicious Mockery at him again. And he needs to save a wisdom saving throw of 13.
We're beating him up and making him feel like they deserved it.
We're such bullies.
He failed. Roll your damage.
2.
2 damage.
Describe my kill. I will.
Describe your killing blow.
Oh, you called it.
Mostly I'm just shocked. So I go, what's wrong with being half? You can't take a joke. And we just all see him stop screaming, look at me, and then his eyes roll back in his head and he just falls over, and his feet fly up at 90 degrees, much like a cartoon, before falling totally flat onto the ground. And I go, it's right. And I brush off the dirt that's still somehow on my face.
I turned to the rest of them and said, I did not think you would be effective.
We are glad to have you here, buddy.
Woo! Outstanding work, everyone.
Honestly, man, I'm going to get you a chicken for the way you did that.
Okay.
As he dies, you see the same green kind of flow from him. And as you all know, gnolls are people that act on their instinctual. They should have ran when they started losing the fight.
All right, so I'll approach the dead bodies of the gnolls and do an investigation.
All you find is a green envelope.
A green envelope. I hold it up and I look at it.
Was that the invite?
We did not send out invites. Shall we open it?
I think we must. I mean, what if it is an invite?
Is it sealed with wax? Is it just, yeah?
There's a little bit of wax.
Do
There's
I
a wax-
notice a little, is there any kind of insignia on there? Any kind of imprint that I might recognize?
is kind of a circle with a half, not quite half a moon, but it's like a circle with a C inside of it, but it's not a
Circle
C.
with a C.
Yeah.
All right. I hold the envelope up to the light. This is quite peculiar, but curious. And I unseal the envelope.
And green light shoots out.
Whoa, I drop the envelope.
I back away.
I also
Same.
back away.
I'm like trying to be brave, but just kind of slowly sidestepping towards the wall.
And you all get the same urge, and the envelope kind of just like opens up completely and starts hovering in front of you. You have 6 minutes to make one wish. And you all have
Collectively?
you all have to make the same wish. The timer starts now.
Well, I believe this is our good fortune. Have you all ever encountered such a thing?
What
No,
is this
never.
paper?
I've
What is
only
this
heard
paper?
the lore, and I heard the last one who made it. I didn't hear anything actually.
So this card has granted us a power of one wish. And apparently, from what I can sense, we only have one wish amongst the 5 of us. And there seems to be some kind of sand timer, this thing in the corner that the sand is running down.
That is
The
powerful magic.
hourglass.
Almost anything you can think of.
Listen, I know the deck of many things. One time my cousin drew a card, and now I don't have a cousin anymore.
That is not this card, though. This card enables us to wish anything we want.
Fame.
Anything at all.
Fame and fortune. Oh, that's 2 things. Shit.
We could wish for wealth beyond our wildest dreams. We could wish for companionship. We could wish for a castle in the cloud. We could wish for anything. What are your wildest dreams?
I only have 2. One is very personal, but to murder my stepfather.
You could do that if you're famous.
So if you want to murder your stepfather, we don't need to get into details now. What else do you wish for? What do you long for?
Well, I certainly, have many musical talents, but I've always wanted to learn more and more instruments. So I've always wanted to learn every instrument I possibly can. Having such knowledge would be incredibly beneficial to entertainment.
Knowledge and wealth are good choices.
I think we can make a deal. I'll offer you each 10 gold pieces for this card.
No
What do
way.
you wish for?
What?
What will you wish for?
I don't ever want to be powerless again.
Knowledge is power.
I am concerned with you with power.
Knowledge is power.
I have seen what this man can do with power.
Wealth brings power and knowledge. And with either of those,
And ignorance.
3 minutes.
Trogrim, what do you wish for?
I came to this town for help. We have done combat. I shall reveal some small truth. And he loosens the bag around his shoulder and brings it around, and he takes out this very intricate looking magical engine, and he says, "This protected my village. It no longer is working. I must restore this. If the paper can bring life back to the engine, that is my wish."
I have never seen anything like that before in my life. Knowledge.
Knowledge for one person or knowledge for everybody?
I say knowledge for all. It's a wish shared between the 5 of us.
What kind of knowledge? There's all kinds of knowledge.
What if we just vaguely wish for it and then we see what we get?
No, I think that would ask for trouble.
General knowledge?
General knowledge?
Well,
I think if we can grab the moment, if we could seize the moment, we could help our friends. We could help you become a great musician. We could help you kill your stepfather. We could help you fame and fortune, whatever you seek.
What do we wish for to do that?
If you give me the power,
The power to help people.
that could happen.
30 seconds.
A book of knowledge.
A book of knowledge.
A book of knowledge.
A book of knowledge where we can ask any question and have it answered.
I like that. A book
okay.
of knowledge.
Done.
Book of knowledge.
Done.
I love it. That's what we wish
Do
for.
we have to rhyme? I wish.
A wish
With
for
all
a
my
book of
heart.
knowledge?
A
Yeah.
book of knowledge.
Together, we'll all nod in agreement that we wish for a book of knowledge that answers any question we shall ask it. Agreed?
Agreed.
Make
We
it so.
wish upon it!
And that is time.
We just downloaded all of Wikipedia.
Sun on my face, it's a brand new day, and it's telling me it'll all be okay. All the clouds and the rain, that's from yesterday. Yeah, I'm telling you, it'll all be okay. It's a good day. It's a good day.
Thank you all so much for taking a listen to the story of the Dead Dragon Society. We all appreciate you joining in on all of our fun. If you're wanting more or to just say hi, you can find us by searching the Dead Dragon Society on any other social media platform. We're all so excited to bring you this new podcast. It's been an idea we've been shaking around for quite some time now, and I'm just so happy to introduce you to everybody. If you enjoyed it, please leave a review on iTunes, share it to any of your friends, or just come say hi to us on Twitter? X? Anyway, and we'll get the next episode out to you soon. And one more thing. Welcome to the Dead Dragon Society.